Welcome back. Under the category better late than never, the leadership of the Texas Republican Party has reversed course and voted to ban association with anti-Semites. Panel, a little context here. A recent poll by the American Jewish Committee found that 3 out of 4 American adults believe anti-Semitism is a problem in our nation, while 8 out of 10 Jewish Americans say they feel less safe, even in this country, following the October 7th attack on Israel by Hamas. With that, do we overblow this, Holly, or what actually happened?
Well, no. Okay, I don't want to be try to be very clear here. I am not defending what happened in December, okay? But I do want to point out there were 3 resolutions on the table. The first 2 passed. The third brought up some objections legally because of fear it could be misused. And so there was contention at that point. They hashed all that out, brought it back, and it passed unanimously this time by the Republican Executive Committee, which is the proper and right thing to do, because there is a problem with anti-Semitic, excuse me, I can't talk today, but on the far right and on the far left, and it needs to be condemned on both sides of the aisle. That is one thing that I think most Americans agree on, that we're not going to tolerate those kinds of comments and that kind of behavior.
Yeah, the move was excoriated by House Speaker Dade Phelan and condemned by Dan Patrick. Bill, thoughts?
Well, I've said it a bunch of times on the show. The only thing the Republican Party has going for them is how awful the Democrats are. I mean, if you had any kind of a rational Democratic Party, they'd be winning elections when the Republican when the state committee's doing this. But you look at the Democrats and you've got all of their problems, like let's stop drilling for oil in Texas. I mean,
Okay, Marcus Davis is an independent political thinker, and both sides would like to have him. But stuff like this and stuff that we've reported, previously in the show, the border maintains your independence.
For certain. And I don't know. I don't have much to say about this. There were so many other things that they were still tied to, affiliated with, that they didn't condemn and still have. I mean, here's a party that has a joined at the hip relationship with the Proud Boys, right? They do not separate themselves from racist organizations. They do not separate themselves from people who have blatant bigotry running through their blood. And so this means, as a black man in America, this doesn't make me feel any better, because at the survey that you just saw about how people feel after October 7th, that's how black men feel all of our lives living in America.
All right, you've had a growing number of Latinos joining the Republican Party. Is this how you argue in one way to keep them over and closer to your fold?
No, I mean, this is progress. Anything that bans anti-Semitism, anti-immigrant, anti-LGBTQ community, anything that's even anti-red meat, it's a good thing. So this is progress.
All right, Sue, anything to say on this?
Sure. And the only thing Democrats have going for them is the Republican Party is also.
All right. That's why America is on a slippery slope to hell.
Can't disagree. Still ahead.